What personal quality do you feel most contribute to your success?
Well, I'm a hard worker and I will deliver an excellent product in time. I always try to strive for the best possible outcome and I have an immense sense of responsibility and give 100%. A lot of clients from the past showed admiration for the effort I put into their product.
Are you a big picture person or are you more detail orientated? Give an example.
Well, I'm a detail-oriented guy. I can spend hours trying to fix small bugs or minor mistakes, even though I know I should look at the bigger picture first. For example, while making my own website, I kept on working on the homepage and I spent hours on it. Um, when I finished, I realized that this was just one page and I still had like over 10 of them to do. Yeah.
What do you think it takes to be successful in this company?
When I compose music, it comes straight from the bottom of my heart. It sounds like a worn out cliche, but it's the truth. I pour all my emotion in the songs that I compose, and I think people can hear that. I try to evoke certain emotions when people listen to my song. I can make them feel sad, even though they're having an incredible day, and I can make them forget about the world they're in and take them on a trip. So in short, I can transmit a message through my music, and that's what commercials really need. The music is supporting the message that they're trying to spread, and I know how to do that.
Why did you decide to apply for a position in this company?
When I started looking for an internship, I asked myself, what do I want to do with my life? What kind of work do I want to do? I immediately thought of composing music for commercials, films, soundtracks, etc. And that's what I want to do until I'm old, fat, and bald. I want to gain new experience. Excuse me. I want to gain new experiences to work on my personal development. So why not choose an internship that helps me chase my goal? And that's how I ended up at Massive Music.
Which is more important, creativity or efficiency, and why?
Well, I think both are equally important, but I think that if I have to pick one, I choose creativity. In our field of work, we have to distinguish ourselves from our competitors. There are so many people and companies trying to do what Massive Music has already been doing for a couple of years. It's a saturated market, and you have to stay unique to stand out from the rest. That's why I think creativity is more important. I believe Massive Music should rather do 20 projects that all stand out and are all really creative and unique, instead of 40 projects that are all the same. Might miss some cash flow, but it will be worth it in the long run. You need to stay relevant to survive in this kind of business.
What do you think are the essential ingredients for working in a team?
I believe that everyone involved should do what they're best at. You should not waste your skills. To be a successful team or a company, you should divide the tasks in such a way that everyone does what he or she is best at. And it's also important to consult with your co-workers if you need help or if you want feedback. So don't hesitate to contact your neighbor in the office, an extra pair of eyes, or in our case, ears. They're always welcome.
Tell me about a situation where you were able to persuade someone to see things your way.
Well, when it comes to music, it's a rather subjective thing. Everyone interprets it in their own way, and sometimes it's difficult to get a point across when the other person sees and hears it completely different. When I compose songs, I have a very clear image in my head of where I'm going. And when someone else walks in, when I'm almost done, they create their own image without me interfering or imposing my ideas. Most of the times it corresponds with my own ideas, but sometimes it doesn't. And when that happens, you have to listen to the other people's reasoning, why they are thinking the way they're thinking, and they might be right, they might misinterpret things, but you have to be very clear when explaining why you did what you did, because most of the times they understand why after a discussion and they agree. One time I made a composition for RTL 4, which is the Dutch TV program, TV thing. They liked it, but they wanted to try out some different versions. I told them that they shouldn't make it too complicated, but the king, and the 17th version looked almost similar to the first one. They just wanted new things, like maybe try an extra flute, maybe try this, maybe try that. And I knew that it wouldn't work, but I did it anyway, because of course the client asks, so I do it. But sometimes the client doesn't really know what they want, and they think it's too difficult to trust the engineers or the composer's experience. And after that project, I told them that they should trust the composer more, and that they should think about what they want before asking someone to do it for them. I did some other projects with them, and they were finished much faster because they trusted my instincts. So.